It's time for a special episode of Happy Landings with your host, Jay Nowak.
Thank you everybody. So now, let me go on ahead and talk a few things about Vine. If you're not familiar with the platform itself, then well, Vine has been a subsidiary of Twitter. A highly successful brand that encompasses social media related activity, to where people can send messages about their daily lifestyle and the like, and have it uploaded to the internet in the hopes of finding new friends and the like. But as for Vine, it was a platform dedicated to possible small-time creators out there who were looking forward to trying to make a little attention out of themselves and to hopefully spread the feeling of positivity and entertainment to others. But in my case, being that I had been on the platform for nearly 4 years, that's right, starting in mid-March of 2013, I had really tried to find as many things that I could possibly do on the platform before it would all go away in the start of 2017, in favor of a new camera app, which would be associated with the platform itself. Twitter, of course, would endorse the idea of having a Vine camera, being that it would in fact be the next best thing to having an entire platform to deal with. But it's mostly due to some financial problems and cutbacks and the like that pretty much forced Twitter, even Jack Dorsey, to come up with the decision to have Vine removed forever. Of course, after that happened though, it was put into an archive state for a little while. But eventually I found out that even in this archive state, the website's URL has no longer been existent, at least within the last year or so. So that right there is the true ending of what used to be one of the greatest feats of internet-related history that we've ever come across. It's so phenomenal that, there's just not much else I'd have left to say about it. Of course, I've moved on from it 3 years ago, nearly 3.5, but the point is that there's lots of things that we'll remember about the platform itself, but the sad truth is that, well, there was once a time where I had so many Vines together, I had more than 1,000 of them. As a matter of fact, my Vine at the time was the main reason why I managed to get such a huge success level on Twitter. And by the time Vine was all over, my Twitter followers were starting to rack up exponentially. Because at the same time that I was getting such a huge popularity ratio on Vine, I was also getting a huge popularity ratio because of my affiliation with the Gain Tweet Hub. So the Gain Tweet community, GAIN Tweet community, was associated with likes and retweets and the like of certain tweets that would in fact allow followers to notice your accounts. Of course, the fact that it acts much like a huge advertising campaign to your Twitter itself. But to this day, I still do continue to use that, because it's a method that I have in fact used to gain nearly 30,000 followers in less than a couple of years. Yeah. Of course, within the next 5 years, I do in fact want to get up to 100,000 followers, because even though I do in fact have a newer Twitter account, and the fact that my other Twitter account, which has been around since August of 2006, had been deactivated for the fact that my other account had been hanging in suspension. But that's another topic I'd probably want to talk about some other time. But until that happens, Vine is something that we'll truly remember. Vine was one source that I was able to get very popular on Twitter at the same time that I was getting popular on that platform alone, with tens of thousands of loops, which were pretty much like views on YouTube. Except they were pretty much Vine's little way of calling them views. But once again, it's something that we'll never truly let go of, because it's been something that we've had for a while, and all this time we haven't really forgotten about it. We've really been sticking to a lot of current situations, but Vine is something that we'll always have in our memory, because it's been a part of Twitter. It's been a part of our lives, and it'll certainly be a part of our life going forward. But I'm Jay Nowak. This has been Happy Landings, and I'd just like to say real quick that you should take care in these situations, whatever they may be. Goodbye.